hello, and welcome back. Okay, so, as I said, once a week, we are going to do digital reveals here over at a Jewel Design. This is Jolene, and we are on to another week of another small project. Last week was the bigger, what did I do last week? I've lost track already. What did I do last week for you guys? Oh my goodness. Oh, the watercolor kit. Oh, goodness. It's been crazy. When you start working ahead of things and then backtracking, you sort of forget where you were at. Oh my goodness, I got ahead of myself, so now I'm all confused. But anyway, last week was the watercolor spring bouquet kit, bigger kit, full journal kit. Today we are reviewing a smaller kit, sort of all-in-one ordeal to work on some small projects again. Like I did the month before, we were talking about the small little stuffed pocket notebooks for Mother's Day, birthdays, and whatnot, just something very special and fun. They're in purple, blue, and pink. Now we're working into artist trading card kits. And this is something I've been dying to do for months. Lorette was making ATC cards back in like June. And here we are in April, right? Back in June, she was doing a set of them to do as giveaways. She was going to put them in purchased items and stuff. And she was making these cute little ATC cards. And she was using digital paper, and she was just pulling from her stickers, her florals, her labels, and just sort of decorating them up to give away. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun, though, to have a digital kit where if you didn't have all the pieces or you didn't want to have to, like, pull from everything, you just wanted to quickly throw together a number of ATC cards, wouldn't it be great if it was all sort of in one spot? And so since I like convenience, I thought I'd give it that way. So we are here with a Botanical Floral ATC card kit. And artist trading cards start out as a digital, of course. They're my digital collage pages that I get to zoom in or zoom out and pick and choose what elements you guys see. You know, and when you make these as a full sheet, sometimes you want to shrink it down so you can see almost the whole page in this tiny little 2.5 by 3.5 set card. Other times you're going to leave it at full strength. This little bit here is at 100%, but I'm going to sort of pick and choose what bits and pieces you see, as if I just threw a square on top of a rectangle, on top of a rectangle, on top of some, striped paper, without having to do all that collage work. She was using, Lorette was using digital paper. She had the ATC playing cards that she glued onto the backside of the digital collage pages, cut around it, made the card a little thicker. But if you could print it on cardstock, your favorite cardstock, your favorite coffee dyed, whatever you have, you sort of skip a step if you want. Sometimes we really want to throw something together really quick, and I wanted to have that sort of collage step, which sometimes takes the longest because you're finding all these papers and scraps and whatever and laying it out, deciding how it pulls apart. You had it done. So you get 8 of these 2.5 by 3.5 inch cards. Now, only downside is I realized when I print my PDFs, print to fit the page according to my printer, it did make them a smidge smaller. So depending how nitpicky you need to be, you may want to try to keep them at actual size when you print them. It gives you just that smidge of that full 3.5 inches. But they are your own personal ATC cards. They can be a smidge under. It's still almost a business card size. And, it's still a wonderful thing. So you start with the 8 pages, right? Or the 8 cards right off the top. Cut them up. Print them on your favorite paper. Cut them up. And you're good to go. The back can be stamped. The back can be, you can just ink around the outside edges so you have plenty of room to write on them, stamp on them, write a cute little message, whatever you want to do on the back. All depends on what you print them on. Okay. Then you get 2 sheets of floral type fussy cuts. Now I print mine on a clear sticker paper. I sort of wanted that sort of see-through die cut sticker feel. When I was decorating, I give you a couple Victorian ladies, some black and white ladies, she's a younger girl, but still some variety of some fancier vintage women, Victorian ladies, flowers, both skinny and tall or a little wider. I even gave you a stamped version because I don't have a lot of stamps. So this is like a French saying that was on a book page that I sort of used in another kit. And so you sort of have that, especially on a clear paper, you sort of have that stamped feel. And I more than likely want to put these guys more likely on the back side of my bottom back or bottom corner of my cards, just for a little something to decorate them with. But like these guys, these greenhouse floral images, especially on a clear sticker, could be really fun on top of the lace in an odd spot. Just sort of fun little black and white option along with these ladies. And then you have your colors. And then you get another set that's a little bit more springy. But they're my butterflies. They are some clusters. They're still, you know, again, some skinny. I found these clusters of florals and I thought they were super pretty, a little more springy. But still they're pale blue. So they still have the same sort of color scheme tone as the collage papers. But another rose, some tulips, these clusters of florals, a rose. It's upside down just because it sort of fit better. You know, more of a taller piece. And then the butterflies that I've created over the years. Now these are a little bit bigger than this size. They're closer to the full 2-inch mark. So they're definitely a great focal point once you put any other layers on this. And then third page, which I already cut out because why not, right? Are a bunch of little embellishments. So you have the things you put on your cardstock. That's mine. And these are labels with sayings in them. Bloom where you're planted. Flowers are happiness. Earth laughs and flowers. What else did I put? Oh, and garden fairy. Right. This is definitely a botanical floral theme. As we're still in spring, I wanted to have that kind of feel. But I have things like itty bitty music paper, all these French advertisements and pages. I made them really small because we are dealing with a very small card, right? We're not dealing with a full journal page. So I wanted these small little elements that you could layer over what's already here, have moments. I mean, there's all kinds. And then I give you some plain labels. Like I'll cut out the corners. I usually use my hole punch and I'll round out the corners. You have skinny plain labels. You have the wider plain labels. You have a couple of my botanical words. I have foliage. I have garden. I have roses. I have botanical that have some floral and some ornate framing on it. I didn't really do anything vertical. I left the roses and flowers to be more vertical. Your words to be horizontal. Your labels. I gave you some numbers that I've created over the years. Some square and some circles. These are all in the 1-inch mark. So again, make sure I'm still on camera here. You know, you layer this with this, and you put a word under it, and then you put a flower on it or a butterfly, and you've got this layered, like we always do. We collage and cluster our elements, and just little pieces. And give you some dictionary words, right? Garden. What else did I find? I have garden. I have botany. I have bloom, and I have foliage as some dictionary words, dictionary labels that I use. Again, you could layer them in and around and overlap it with the basic labels. So I put this on my cardstock because I knew I wanted them solid. I wanted those to be a more solid piece where my butterflies and my flowers and even my ladies may be in the back or just overlapping some of this stuff. So you have all of these pieces are on one page. Then you put them all on your cardstock if you want. And then you can decide on the flowers and the ladies whether you want them on a clear sticker sheet, something more, a little bit more transparent. So that way you didn't have words, and I didn't want to mix them. I want to make sure you could do them solid if you want a solid, and you could do them more transparent if you wanted to. Tim Holtz and some of the other companies out there do those die cuts where they're sort of that stickery, somewhat see-through pre-printed stuff. So I wanted you to have that same capability. If you had the clear labels or clear sticker paper, you could get that transparent. Even put them on vellum. If you wanted to cut vellum out for something a little harder and glue them down, you could put these on things that are a little bit more transparent and have that different type of layer. So 2 things of fussies of different styles. Another page of embellishments. You have the 8 pages, or the 1 page with 8 cards. And that's 8 ATC cards you can make right off the bat. You should have enough here to decorate all these up, and have options. If you really love these, you'll keep printing certain pages depending on how you want to theme this. Then, as another bonus on top of that, because, I can't say I never, but there's times I can't stop right there. I was sitting in bed when I was working on this, and I thought, what if, instead of giving you guys a distressed page, I would let you decide if you printed just a single page, which is page 1, all of them are on one side. You could print on whatever paper you wanted, cream paper, white paper, coffee dyed paper, whatever you needed, right? Or if you had another coffee dyed image, you could lay it on the back. But if you didn't want to send these back through, I gave you 2 pages of the same cards with the instantly backed square beside it. So you get the 4 up, you cut them out, You score down the middle, and you could just fold them and make them a really hardy little ATC card which would already have your distress colored paper, right? It always looked like it already looked like it was coffee dyed. It already looked like you distressed around it. You barely had to put very little ink around it, more on the front than the back, and your card would be ready to go, and you would not have to run it through again. You could even use these and cut these out and glue them somewhere on there. But what I thought would be fun, and if I'm correct, we'll do that today, since this is why it says a little craft and chat to go with my digital reveal. We're going to make a little accordion ATC card journal. And I had a thought. So we're going to play. Why not? We'll pick out which ones I want to do first and second. But, oh no, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. So sorry, guys. So sorry. Oh, I had the fan on, but it's got a little dust in it because we're getting all kinds of weird weather. So, we're going to vary these back and forth. And we're going to try to make a cute accordion type style journal out of these little ATC cards, because I love making small things. I can't help it. So, in case I forgot, of course, it's in the description below, and it's in my links, but this is the Botanical Floral Artist Trading Card Kit. Because I don't think I explained that. Haha, right? I'm so excited about getting them started and not waste too much time. I forgot to tell you what it's called, but it's always in my description. Usually it's somewhat in my title, sometimes if I can help it. If it's in the title of my video, and then, of course, it's in the description below. Remember, you either click on the little upside down triangle or the word show more in the description that's right below the video. And it'll take you to the direct link of this kit in my Etsy shop. And of course, the Etsy shop listing is right below. So I want to thank you all for coming along and chiming in again today as we do a little journal with me. Since I didn't think I'd do too much of those today, but I keep coming, or this month, I keep coming up with these super cute ideas. And I want to share with you guys. I want to do them with you. But I really, really got to get the digitals done first. And then I'm going to have maybe May will be back to where we're doing both. You know, I have a stockpile of journal with me's ready to go, and do the digital reveals every other week. We'll see. All right, so I scored that one, laid it out. Looks like it's folding pretty good. Now these are a smidge under 7 inches. They should be 7, but I did everything print to fit, and of course everything's just a smidge smaller, but that's okay. So we're going to score them. Some of these are going to go backwards, and some of them are going to go inward forward. Now, the first one we do that we will be, and I'll put a little fabric cluster of fabric, whether it's quilted or sort of treated like the paper. I may do a cluster of fabric here for something sort of springy, and that's going to be the front cover of this tiny little book. Plus, it'll help make this thicker. Then let's go. Well, actually, I think I wanted the colorful ones first off. Which one do I want? A lot of them are pretty neutral on purpose. I want to give you a little bit of, there's a smidge of lavender to this, depending how your printer does. That has a little bit of red, this has a little bit of green in them, and then you just have really, really neutral. So you can add that color through the other side. All right. Well, how are you all doing? I know it's been a few weeks since I've done any kind of journal with me's. We finished off with the birthday 2-page spread. I always do this. That's what I shouldn't do. I do this every time. I go and score right across my work. It's not smart ever. I know the last journal with me, March was all about the 2-page spread that had the touch of romance in it, because I couldn't wait to play with that kit. I know Brett did a wonderful job starting a lovely folio flip out journal on it, folio flip out journal. And so that's going to be really fun to see how that turns out. I know she's trying to frantically finish many, many journals. She went a little crazy, and of course I keep creating digitals and things, and of course she keeps getting inspired, and so she keeps creating something else, but we'll get those journals done. And I sat with her last week, and I was chit-chatting with her while she was working on some of her traveler's notebooks that she showed off this week that she had gotten a little farther on. So I felt good about that. I came over and kept her company while she worked on stuff. So that was sort of fun. I know we're going to try to get together this summer and have some craft moments. I don't know if we'll do any on camera, but we are definitely going to try to do a little bit of retreats on our own, and have some craft moments. And I'm going to leave the kids with my husband and go, hey, you're home this weekend or you're home this week. I need a couple days at Mom's house. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you're all doing well. I can't believe we're getting into the second week of April. Easter's around the corner, literally. This is airing on Wednesday, and Easter is that Sunday if you celebrate it. If not, it's just sort of the the bout of spring. Last week we had that, well, some of us, if you're in California, you had the heat wave. God, that was bad. 95 degrees on the 7th of April is just way too early. We've had years where like the last weekend of April was in the high 90s. And that wasn't a good year. That was one of those years where we didn't have a lot of rain and we had a lot of fires I think that summer, because we started a heat wave so early. Oh my God, really not good. So, yeah, we're going to have to really keep an eye on things this year with the lack of water and rain. So we're at least cooler this week. Definitely. We're back down into the 70s. Actually, they're predicted to be like 70s, 60s. We're actually predicted to be high 50s, low 60s tomorrow. So it's a huge difference, a week difference from 95 down to 59, you know, total flip the numbers around. Okay, so I've scored them all. We won't go too long into this. I still want to keep this short, but I wanted to put this together with you so you could see the possibility, right? So the first one needs to be folded inward because it's when you flip it open, you want to be able to see this. Not that you aren't going to see them back to back. Now I'm going to grab the next one. That one's actually sort of pretty, so let's find a more neutral one. And I'm going to glue, you can do this one of two ways. You can always make sure that the decorative side is on your left, which isn't a whole lot of fun, or you can vary it. Because I think if you vary it, this way, no matter which, like when you flip it around, you have some pretties. So we're going to try to go both ways as much as possible. No different than you would do in any other journal, right? There's times where you want decorative on the right, and there's times where you want more writing on the right. It just depends. So we're going to connect these by paper clips at first until I get them exactly the way I want it. I hate to glue it down and find out that I was wrong. That's my other worry. That I did not think of this through right. And it's not possible. I have a few of these cards are vertical, where the imagery could go on its side. So if you're just making ATC cards, you could just, you can make a vertical card. Like we know this is pretty horizontal, but this one I actually did it to where the writing is upright this way, so you can make this a vertical card. This one you can make a vertical card because some of the writing is upright. So if you don't mind some pieces being on their sides, you have the capability of going vertical. Even this one is sort of cool as a vertical because this little this most obvious writing is on its side, and so is this. So it's totally up to you where you have the potential of some vertical cards when you're making them individually, and you definitely have the obvious ones that definitely feel horizontal. But when we're doing this way, I think it's really not going to matter because we're going to decorate them up anyway, right? You're not going to know. So here we go. So it's here, and that's going to open up to here. So right now it looks like this side, the pretties are going to be on the left, and I think on the back side we'll put them on the right. How's that? Let's try that. To where, you know, if I have a green on one end, I want to put a green on the other. Hold on. This is where I have to think my way through this. Because, like, this was my worry. It's like, this is where we're not gluing it. But see, those are both... Obviously, I flipped that one around to be that way. So that's upside down. So that was what... that's what I was worried about. I had to see if I could do these. Like, some of these aren't going to matter if they're on their side, if they're upside down. Because that one is upside down. Okay, so I do have a dilemma. I wasn't sure because they were all on the same side of the page if this would even work. Now it's really up to you. Depending how much you decorate it, no one's going to know what's on the back side. These are going to be collaged over, right? You're going to put words and stuff upright. Now, that doesn't mean, what am I thinking? No one says, it's like an old school book, right? When you used to have two books in one, the front, you would go one way, and then when you got to the end, you'd flip it upside down, and you go back the other way. So let's see if that works. It might pan out that way. It might be that it's a flip over, but you flip the book over, and instead of just flipping back the other way, you would have your upright on the other side. Ooh, let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, so let's try it that way. That's why, again, why I'm not gluing it down. I'm like, let's see. Because I want a green on both sides. So that's why I'm going to put this back where we had it. And if it is something that we flip upside down to do the other side, it's also like those cubes. They're Victorian, and they would have angels and cupids and all kinds of stuff. And you would just keep turning the boxes inside out, right side out. And it always seemed to be upright no matter what. So, I don't know, I think we have some potential for some fun, but I think it'd be really cute just to decorate them. You just have both ends where maybe it will pan out where, see what I want on the front of this one. Maybe we'll put the red one. So I think I want to put that lace, since I have the doily on this side, we'll put that lace on the back side. So let's do this one. But I'm hoping that you guys see this as a cute little project, a fun little thing. If you want some, you know, make some giveaway cards. ATC cards are great for that since they are an artist trading card, right? So if we keep to the upside down thought process here, I think we're going to be fine. If we're going to do it both ways and see. So I have, again, I'm just sort of looking to see what's on each end. So we have a little bit of everything, but not too heavy on any one side. Oh, both of those are, no, it's not bad. And we'll end it with this one. Okay. I think we've, by Jove, I think we have it. And lately I've been off on my sayings. Oh my goodness. All right, so it's upside down. Let's see if this works, ladies and gentlemen. So I have my cover on this side and I have the cover on this side. It's gonna be up. The only thing is when you flip it upside down. Yeah, the cover is, that's the only downside. The cover is not, the cover is there, but it's on the back side. So I wonder if I have to have an odd, number to do this. If I have to have it to do it where when you open it, eek. Okay, that's right side, right side, right side, right side. Get to the end and to flip it over and open it. That didn't work. Well, it didn't work. Why didn't that work? Or maybe I'm, darn it. I don't know, guys. Okay, there might be a way to do this, but maybe I'm right side up, right side, oh, because it's that side. Those are right side up, but to open it, but when you open it this way, you're looking at the upside down inside. So I guess you do need that one. See? I think that's the other thing is I've got to paper clip them to where like I know which side, like the top of each, that's the bottom. So the bottom of each one is the correct direction. Oh my goodness, talk about getting confused so quickly. Right? I'm like, right? Okay, so that one is bottom of those, and then it would be yes. Oh my gosh, I don't know. That is so funny because that's not the one I started with, but those are upright that way. I know you guys can't see it. Sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it this way. Oh yeah. So upright, upright, upright. And then flip it over, and those are all upright. It's just weird. I was trying to figure out, like, if the way you flipped it, if these would both be covers no matter which way you went. Because on a upside down book, right, you know by looking at it, the picture is up, right side up, right? So you know. Now, of course, I could decorate both of them, or it wouldn't really matter. I just wanted to, when I opened it, that the other side, that's where you, and then you flip it in. It is. Okay. Well. No, it's not. That is just so weird. I don't. Oh my gosh. It's not. It looks fine one way, but not the other. Because that's my good side. And if that's that side. So that's the front cover. Oh, because, okay, so it is the front cover for this grouping. That's upside down. No. Oh no. Here we go again. Nope. See, one of them didn't make it. Well, let's just. Oh, goodness. I don't know. All right, well, trials and tribulations, because that's upright, upright, or can be upright. That could be either way. That's upright, and then you turn it this way, and these are upright, and the front of the book is over here. Okay, so yeah, the front of the book on this one doesn't open the same way as the front of the book of the other one, which was what I was trying to do, which means I'd have to take this one out, make this the front of that one, and then on this side that's the front of either way, front of that one because it's upright, nope, doesn't seem to matter. Oh my goodness. Well, shoot, it was a good idea. it's right, but it just doesn't open. Like the front of this one, no matter what I do, I thought I had it right. And that's the front for that one. And that should be the front to that one. And it's... Well, okay. It was an idea. It's an accordion, and I think it has to stay on the same side no matter what we do, or the decorative is on the left and the writing's on the right for it to work. I think for it to stay upright in the right direction, yeah, we'll have to do it that way. Okay. Well, darn it. I thought it would be an upside down book thing, and it's not. I was trying to do it too where you had both the, you had the decorative on both sides, but because I put all of the decorative on the left side of your Instantly Journal book pages, your, you know, your decorative has to stay on the left side. Okay, well, it was a thought. It didn't quite work. I'm putting them all together as one big one. You could divide it in 2 and 2, you know, or you had just, you know, a total of 4 cards, so you have 2 sets, where that might work also better for you. But all right, well, like I said, it's a play. It was a quick chat and play and goof around, see what was possible, making something different than the norm. So yeah, when you flip it back around the other way, then it's good. Okay, then that's what we'll do. So you'll have to keep an eye out for this as I finish it. And I think what we'll do is I may do a massive, like get everything prepped one day, and we'll sit here and we'll just decorate and, you know, put together a bunch of fun projects. Because I know we have this one. I have to do I need to decorate up my Mother's Day cards for some special people in my life one day, so we can we can revisit those stuffed envelopes. And there was something else when I was showing the watercolor kit, and I'll have to go back at my video. There was something really fun and exciting that popped up in my mind when we were working on things, and I wanted to create it and I wanted to play with it. So I don't know. I'll have to go back to that. I'll have to look at my video because I know I mentioned it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching my silly, contrived artist trading card project. That's okay. But here's the deal. This is what the whole point is, to have this great little kit where you have trading cards, you have embellishments in, you know, all these different options of definitions, labels, word sayings, or word phrases, numbers, little itty bitty ephemera, you know, that is all of our favorite stuff from Graphic Fairy and whatnot, made it really little to layer with, which I think I love the tiny little pieces. They're so much fun. And some gorgeous flowers, women, butterflies, stamps to decorate these with. And it's a nice spring packet that gets you all in one, shows you what you've got, and you don't have to go very far when you can do it all in one shot. And, you know, look them over and decide what to do with them. And the possibility, there are 2 extra pages as a bonus of the instantly backed cards that you can just cut and fold and glue and make them really stout. You can have heavy, thick ones. You can have light ones. You can stamp on the back of these. You can just distress the back of these, make it really easy to write on, stamp on the back of them, or do fun little projects like this. Oh my goodness. Just to have something fun in your kit and in your shops, right? Decorate it up, stress it out, ink it, make it yours, and then you have a great little gift and or thing to sell in your shop. So thank you all for watching so much. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design. Thank you and loves to all my followers, my watchers, my subscribers, those who comment and like. I can't do it without you, so I hope you'll continue to be here and support as I continue to create more and more digital kits for you guys throughout April and May, and we'll have a little fun here and there when we can. So thank you for joining me, Jolene with the Jewel Design. Go take a look at the Botanical Floral Artist Trading Card Journal Kit in my Etsy shop now. Link down below in the description. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.